Hey guys, so today I'm filming a review on the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Pro Matte Foundation. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond for like $12 to $13. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. On the back it says it is a demi-matte finish with 24-hour wear and medium coverage, and the texture is air-light. And the color I got it in was in 102 Shell Beige. I think that this was either the second to lightest color or the third to lightest. So I have been wearing this for a few weeks now, maybe almost a month. And I have worn it for over 12 hours and I can say that it definitely holds up really well. I don't know about 24 hours because who wants to wear their makeup for 24 hours? But I have worn it for like 15 hours. It held up and it looked beautiful. It looks great in pictures. I don't know if there's any SPF. It doesn't say there's any SPF, so, and it didn't have any flashback. It makes your skin just look beautiful. It covers a lot of imperfections. It is very lightweight. I think everything that it claims to do, it really does do it. The coverage is medium, but you can build it up. Like if you have pimples or just any imperfections, you could put a little more and build it up. If you have oily skin, this would be really, really good. If you have dry skin, it definitely does cling to some dry patches on me, like around my nose. I have a little bit of dry skin right now and it definitely just clings a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. The only negative thing I would say about this, I think that it's making me break out. I've stopped wearing it for like a week just to see like if it was anything else I was using, because I wasn't using anything different. But I do have a little bit of breakouts over here, and I don't normally break out, so when I just saw like them forming, I was trying to figure out what it could be, and I think that it was this, but it's so nice that I don't want to stop using it. Like I said, it was like, I believe it was almost $13, which is kind of expensive for a drugstore foundation, but it's worth it. And there is a matching powder to go along with it, but I did not get the powder. I've heard good things about it, so if you want to check it out. But the powder is 16-hour wears and the foundation is 24, which I don't know. I love the packaging. It's a little squeeze tube. Sorry, mine's a little dirty. And it gives you like a little pro tip on how to apply it, but I will show you in the demo that I just used the beauty blender and it looked great. I used a kabuki brush, it looked great. Yeah. And it also says it's oil control, and I did not get oily at all when I wore it that one time for like 15 hours. I didn't have to touch up anything. It looked as good as when I put it on. I got home at like 3 in the morning and it was still going strong. It looked really good. If you want to know what I used on the rest of my face, I will tell you now. Under my eyes for concealer, I used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which it's like almost done and I'm so sad. And I used my MAC Prep and Prime Stick in Bright Forecast, which is like a peach. Set that, I used the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. This stuff is so good, but it's so expensive. I forgot to mention the primers I use. So before I applied this, I used the Benefit Professional, like I do all the time. I also use this is a sample size of the Clinique Super Primer Universal Face Primer Super Base. I said the foundation is kind of dry because it's a matte finish, so this really helps to hydrate my skin before I go. And I also sprayed Fix Plus on afterwards just to kind of melt it into my face. I know that this lighting sucks and you really can't tell my lipstick color, but I have on Soar Pencil from MAC, and then Kimchi Doll by Sophia Chang. She made this with Gerard Cosmetics and it has been my favorite lately. All in all, despite the breakouts I think it's giving me, I really enjoy this foundation and I give it a 2 thumbs up. So you should go out and check it. You can get it at any drugstore. Yeah, like I said, I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video and let's get on to the demo. The foundation that I'm reviewing today is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Wear. I freaking love this. So I'm going to show you on one side with a beauty blender, the other side with a kabuki brush, just so you can see how freaking amazing it is. Also, I primed before I put this on. I used Benefit Professional and a primer by Clinique, but I'm going to take my very dirty beauty blender And I'm just gonna, and as you can see, I do have some spots and stuff, just so you could see my skin before. So yeah. Keep in mind, this color I don't think is my shade. When I first tested it out in the store and then I took it home, like, it looked okay, but not so much anymore. I probably could have used a shade lighter. And it does not feel heavy on the skin at all. Feels super lightweight, but you still get like great coverage. So this is half of my face with the foundation. I'll zoom you in so you could see. It covered up most of my redness. I could probably use a little bit more over there. But it just leaves your skin looking so beautiful. I do have a lot of freckles and nonsense, and it definitely covered it up. So now I'm going to show you the other side with a kabuki brush. And I'm going to take a little bit more foundation because that little squirt I used took up the whole side of my face. And I'm going to be using a Sigma F80 kabuki, and I'm just going to dab that on my face first and then try to buff it. I will say that I prefer to use a beauty blender only because my skin, it's not that dry, but I do have some dry patches, so I feel like just with the extra little bit of moisture that a beauty blender would give you would be better for my skin type. So I'll zoom in once more. It did cover up pretty much all my imperfections. And I'm not gonna go over here because I just got my nose pierced like a week ago. So I'm like iffy to put any product on it. So if that's red, I'm sorry, but I did have a pimple over here. I did have some over here, and it definitely covered all of that. It looks freaking awesome. Once again, the color is not for me. I probably could have used a shade lighter, like I said, so just ignore that. Other than that, I really, really enjoy it. All my other products go on really, really smoothly after it. Get off camera, put on my concealer and my bronzer and everything, and I'll show you what it looks like all done with my whole face on. So I'll be right back. So this is how the foundation looks after everything is on. I know that the lighting is awful, but I'm so sorry. So I'll zoom you in once more. It really just covers everything. My bronzer and blush went on and contour went on perfectly. I had no problems blending anything out. It's really an amazing. I definitely recommend this to those of you who have oily skin because it is a demi-matte finish. So that would be perfect for you guys with oily skin. If you have really, really dry skin, I don't think this is the foundation for you. For a drugstore foundation, I would give this 2 thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry about the light.